They say all good things come to those who wait. I've been waiting. Do I have a good thing? Come back after the titles and let's find out. Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, the model train outside the Märklin Outsider, a Knight of the Rhomboid Table here with a second part of a video that should have been made a week and a half ago. A couple of weeks ago I ordered off of eBay, I purchased the Amtrak F7 ABA unit, and on that same day I purchased the cars to go with it. Well, I had the F7 ABA unit last week. I was really hoping to run it in last week's live stream, but the cars weren't coming, and I was hoping, well, I'll definitely have the cars for yesterday's live stream because it's late Friday night as I'm filming this. And unfortunately, I was out of town, but they finally arrived today. Long story short, it got lost between Pontiac, Michigan, and Toledo, Ohio, which is about 50 miles apart. They were supposed to be here last Friday. Actually, if they had been mailed when I first bought them, they would have been here last week Wednesday, but the person took a few days to ship them out, and then they were scheduled to arrive on Friday, not this past Friday, but the previous Friday. They didn't arrive, and I was told it'll be Saturday, and then Saturday they got held up in Columbus Friday into Saturday, so they weren't going to arrive Saturday, and they said Monday because I'm on the post office notification system. Anyhow, they hit the closest distribution center, Pontiac, which is a suburb of Detroit, and the next step from Pontiac, when something is coming to me through USPS, when it leaves Pontiac, the next step is my local post office. They send it out to Toledo and drop off at all that. So it looked like, yeah, it should be here Monday. Well, Monday came, no delivery, and all it was saying was after Pontiac, in transit to next destination. Tuesday, in transit to next destination. Wednesday, in transit to next destination, with a bizarre blank in the middle where it had been in Detroit or Pontiac. So on Thursday, I finally filed a missing mail, because you have to wait a week from the time it's mailed. If it's first class, you have to wait a week. And so Thursday, I filed a missing mail thing. So Friday, no word on it. And I got up today while I was down south visiting my son and his wife. I got a notification that it was in the mail and being delivered, that they found it, and they had rushed it to Toledo. So, you know, from the time they found it Friday night and getting it to Toledo, that was a fast turnaround. But yeah, they're finally here. What this is the Amtrak 6-car specialty set, released quite a few years ago now. All these cars light up. This set, according to the owner, as far as they know, it has never been run. They got it from a relative that had a Märklin collection, but there's no signs that they ever ran it. I have not looked at it yet. I literally just got in the house and grabbed this and watched the rest of Artie's live stream, and now I've cleared out my tracks, and I'm going to mess with these for a bit this evening. So let's look at them together. Okay, so let's take the lid off, and definitely the box for its age is in fairly good shape. Just some aged, no real warpage, just obviously some stains from fingers picking it up and look at it. Yeah, this book looks like it's never been uncreased. Like it's always been like this. It doesn't show any signs of dog ears or anything on it. And then the guarantee. And we'll take this off. And look how clean that plastic is, other than what could be potential age, but it's in good shape. And I'll fold these up here real quick. there's the cars. So the one car we want to look at is this one, because this is the one that has the shoe on it. And let's look at that shoe. And if I hold that schleifer, or I like to call it a ski, most guys call it a shoe, but some of us call it a ski. If I hold that in close, that ski shows no sign of having been run. There's not the faintest trace of, it takes a little while for a ski to develop an obvious wear, but that even after a couple of laps on a loop, you would get just a little bit of a scratch, and there's nothing there. So this is looking in just unused state, which the owner had said. So let me get off this camera, set them up, and these come with Märklin two different types of Märklin current conducting couplers. I'm going to go with the short couplers just because it'll make it easier to put them up and take them down. But let's get this on the track and get a really nice look at it. Okay, so here they are all out. I have to have this on extreme wide angle lens to get them all in, and still can't get the locomotive. But there they are, all connected. Unfortunately, they only came with a couple of the coupler I prefer, the current conducting short coupler. They come with the one-piece coupler to link the cars together, which I do not like, because you got to string them all together here. It's so hard to put them together once they're on track. So, yeah, I had to use the couplers that it came with. I thought I had more of the current conducting short couplers, but as it is, they look great together, and they do light up. So I will turn this on, and you probably can't see them light up, but I'll go turn the light off so you can get a better view. So there with the light off, I think you can see them lit up. And yeah, it really is. It's a perfect lighting. It's not too bright. It's not too warm. You have different tints simply because of the interiors. You have a red and white interior there, so you get a bit of a red tint. Here it's dark blue seating, so you get a slightly different view. But yeah, very nice. So let's get some close-ups. I'll turn the light back on here. All right, so let's get a close-up of these cars. And I'm assuming this is a baggage car. And as we come through, each car separately numbered. This is Amtrak as it looked in the 70s and early 80s, what they call Phase 1, which is just the different liveries they went through, slight design changes. Because even to this day, Amtrak is just silver cars with a Amtrak logo going through it. The new one is probably my favorite. But the cars are more modern than these now. But very cool, including the 3 lights at the end of this car. Red light on the top. Let's see if I can get a better view. So if we look at the tail, you've got 2 red lights and another white light on the end there. So that's a different feature than I'm used to seeing. But yeah, kind of cool. So a very sharp rake of cars. So I now have a proper, true Amtrak that I can run. So maybe I'll give you a teaser running shot and then back to me for a wrap-up. Okay, so what are my first impressions of this older Amtrak set? Very good. You may see in some of the running shots The front car flickers a bit. I think that's just the contact between it and the second car, because I did put a couple of old current conducting couplers and it may just not like that. And maybe if I use the couplers that came with it, it would work better. But I do want to get good current conducting couplers, Märklin short current conducting couplers on those, just because it's a pain in the butt to take them apart with those little bands. You can with a little bit of force, but that just, it wears them out, whereas the standard one's better. But they're also going to need a thorough cleaning. They've been sitting in a box, and all I did was oil the axles here, nothing else. I did not really look to clean, degrease, anything else. So my first impression is very high. It's a gorgeous set of cars for what it is. Amtrak Phase 1, a 1970s, 1980s set of cars. And yes, it probably looks weird going around a German layout, but who cares? We all know what Rule 1 means. But I'm very excited. The only way I could be more excited is if the locomotive had the same tint of silver as the cars do, so that it was a pure match all the way through. But they don't. Oh well. But yeah, really glad to have these, especially after a week of where the heck are they. So yeah, very nice to finally have it. And right now, no disappointments. I'm hoping to run these in a live stream with my other pseudo Amtrak trains, but the next live stream is Halloween, and I think I have a different idea for Halloween, although I might fit these in with Halloween, but I think I'll wait and just run all the Amtraks together in a live stream down the road. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. So let me give you some last few minutes to whet your appetite of running shots of this grand train, another wonderful addition to the collection. And until my next video, whatever it may be, I'm going to say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Take care, everybody.